Here is part 2 of compound inequalities, and this is now going to be the OR case. The OR case in this case is something that looks like this. X is greater than 3 or X is less than 0. Okay, so now instead of an and, you're going to have an or, like this. So OR just means unity, okay? So together, okay? Not so much things that they both have in common. Things in common also works, but now we're looking at every single unit, whether they're in common or not, okay? So let me give you an example. With this problem, we're first going to do the same thing. X is greater than 3. Let's look at that. So here is 3. 3 is not included, and it's everything that's greater than. Okay. Here, X is less than 0. Okay. So 0 is a little bit less than 3, not included, and everything that's less than. Now, in an AND problem, the answer here will be no solution because these two have nothing in common. However, we're trying to put all of these together. Okay. We're trying to put them both together on top of each other. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to see what they both look like once you put them on top of each other. So we have first this part, okay, and then it goes to 0. So we have all that, that's this part. Then there's nothing in the middle, so we're not going to put anything in the middle. And then after that, at 3, it starts going again. So basically, I'm putting these two together all at once, okay? Now, what does this look like? How am I going to write this? Okay, well, the way that we're going to write this is the following way. Well, we know that over here we have negative infinity, and we know that over here we have positive infinity. So we're first going to start with the first one, negative infinity all the way to 0, not included. Okay, then we have the other thing, 3 all the way to infinity, not included. Okay, so we have both of them. Now, how do we express that it's either going to be this or this? Well, the way that we do it is with the sign, with a union. This is what we call a union. It looks like a U, right? So this also means or, okay? So it's either from negative infinity to 0 or 3 to infinity. That's what it means, okay? So let me give you another example so that you can practice. Okay, so here's my next example. My next example is going to be the following. So we're going to look at x is less than or equal to minus 2 or x is greater than 3. Okay, so what we're going to do in this case is that we're going to first start off with x is less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, we're going to draw a number line. Here is negative 2. Negative 2, there's an equal sign there, so I'm going to put a dot, and that's everything that's less than. Everything that's less than is on this side. Okay? Then we're going to have x is greater than 3. Well, x is greater than 3. Well, 3 is right here, around there. This one's not included, and it's everything that's greater than. Everything that's greater than is over here. Okay? So together, all in one union, is going to be the following thing. We start off with this part. So it's going to be from negative infinity all the way to 2, and I'm including that part. And then it's going to start again at 3 and then go all the way to infinity. Okay? Notice that there's nothing in between negative 2 and 3. So the way that we're going to write this is from negative infinity all the way to this minus 2. And the minus 2 is included, so we're going to put a bracket. Union, then we're going to write a 3 all the way to infinity. Okay? And that is going to be my final answer. Okay, let's do one that's a little tricky. Okay, so let me do an example here. So this one's going to be x is greater than or equal to 1, or x is less than or equal to 7. Okay, so you can try this out and you can try and figure out what exactly this is, or you can just follow along. So x is going to be greater than or equal to 1. So we're going to graph it again. Here is 1. 1 is not included. I'm sorry, it is included. And we're going to do everything that's greater than 1. So that's going to be all of this. Okay. Then x is less than or equal to 7. Draw another number line. Here is 7. 7 here is included, and it's going to be everything that's less than that. So all of this part. Okay. All right. Now, because this is an OR, we're looking at everything together, everything in a union. Okay. So let's put every piece together. So notice I have this piece here till 1, then I got this piece again, and then till 7, and I got this. So basically, if you look at it, if I put both of these two things on top of each other, then you're basically going to get the whole thing, because you've got this part, then I got this part, and then I got the rest of it. So basically what I end up shading is every single part from negative infinity to positive infinity. So this one's actually all real numbers. So from negative infinity to positive infinity. So it's everything, because remember, we want to have everything in common, together, not in common, together. Okay. All right. So let's do one more. Let me see. Let's do this one. So let's say we have 2/3 x minus 3 is greater than 5, or 3 times 5 minus x is greater than 6. Okay, so very similar to the and ones. Okay, so let's try this out. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to solve them, because this time we don't have them solved like we had before. So I'm going to add the 3 over. Get rid of that. So I'm going to have 2/3 x is greater than 8. I'm going to move the 3 first. Okay, I'm going to move the 3 over. So that's going to cancel that out. So I have 2x is greater than 24. And then I'm going to divide by 2. So x in this case is greater than 12. Okay, so I got my first solution. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. I'm going to distribute the 3. So I get 15 minus 3x is greater than 6, not 18. I almost distributed 3 to the other one. Okay, I'm going to move the 15 over. Move the 15. Okay, so I'm going to have negative 3x is greater than negative 9. Okay, all right, now I'm going to divide by negative 3. So x, because I'm dividing by a negative, I'm going to switch the sign to a less than, positive 3. Okay, and this is just an OR. Remember, still an OR. Okay, so now let's finish this up. So we have x is greater than 12, and x is less than 3. So when I graph both of these, 12 is around here, 12 is not included, okay? And I'm going to shade everything that's greater than that, which is all of this. X is less than 3, 3 is here, 3 is not included, and it's everything that's less than. Okay? So together, we're going to have everything from negative infinity all the way to this 3, and then we're going to begin again at 12, and then go all the way to infinity. So the answer in this case is going to be from negative infinity to 3, parentheses, union 12 all the way to infinity, and the parentheses. Okay? All right, and that's really all there is to these types of problems. We're going to do one more type of inequality problem, which is called when there's inequalities on both sides, and then we're going to go to absolute values.